Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award-winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today I want to talk to you about a book that I recently finished. It's part one to a series by a new author to me. And please excuse my eye. It is allergy season. But I refuse to allow the puffiness of my eye to stop my reading, because you guys know we have some wonderful books out there that need to be read, need to be reviewed, and need to be shared amongst our other avid readers. The book that I want to talk to you about, Living Anonymous, by Miss Shataya Sims. Living Anonymous is a book that I've heard so much about, and decided that, now would be the perfect time to give it a try. It's about a young lady named Aneesah who has been tossed around. Let me just say, the beginning of this book will completely tear at your heartstring. It was so moving the way that Shataya opened up this book. I could not prepare you, just as no one could prepare me for what I saw in the early parts of this book. This young lady, her father was non-existent in the picture. Her mother was addicted to drugs, thus she lived with her grandmother. At the age of 9, her grandmother passed away, and so now she is in the foster care system. Had one of the most horrific foster mothers. I can't even call her a mother. Like, this lady was just the worst parent that I had ever seen in my entire life. I've heard the horror stories. Never did I get a first-hand picture as I did in this book. And so she goes to school where she's teased every day because, she's wearing old clothes. The woman has cut her hair. She smells because she's only allowed to take a bath once a week. And she is befriended by a new girl at the school, and lo and behold, the young lady comes from an affluent family. Her father is the CEO of a radio. I want to say iLLADELPHIA record music company record. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, and she befriends Aneesah, and she invites her over to the house one weekend, and Aneesah ends up never leaving. She ends up staying there, becoming a part of the family. They welcomed her with open arms, showed her so much love, and I loved it because after all of this young lady had been through, she deserved all of the love that she received. They continue to go to school together. Like I said, they become one big family. In the process, as she's doing so well and just thriving, we find out that Aneesah has a secret gift, and it's she's musically inclined. She can produce music. She has, she can write. So she is, sneaking off to the studio under the name Living Anonymous. Now, let me just go back and say that in the midst of all of this, her mother gets herself cleaned up, comes back, and claims Aneesah. So she's kind of tossed between the two homes because she loves where she lives. However, she's being forced by the state to go back with her mom and now her little sister. So she gets into a relationship with a guy, and as it turns out, like with most first relationships, they don't work out. And she's kind of devastated. Um, Very devastated, actually, because of the compromising position that she finds her fiance in. So she kind of moves to get away from everything, to clear her head. She meets a man named Nyce. Now, if you follow me on social media, you know that I've been talking about Nyce for quite some time now. This man has left such an impression upon me. Shataya really developed these characters in a way that you will never forget them. And so the flaw of Nyce is that, he's a womanizer. And also somebody from the street. And he wants to, at first he doesn't believe that she's, anonymous. He thinks she's just a regular girl, and their love life blossoms into something that will make every young lady wish they had a Nyce in their life. Shataya really, 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 really did it with this book. So much so that it's a now 4-book series. I immediately picked up book number 2. I had the first 3 books, Nyce, Living Anonymous, Nyce, and Still Anonymous on my bookshelf. Immediately picked up Nyce. Found out that Shataya had the last book of the series entitled Unveiled. Found out she had one more copy, physical copy left, and immediately told her to send it to me, because for a long time, for the first time in a long time, I am reading straight through this series. So this is book 1. Book 2 again is Nyce. Book 3 is Still Anonymous. Book 4 is Unveiled. I'm currently on book 3, so stay tuned for the review on Nyce. But this young lady, I'm very impressed with her. I want to suggest that you all go and just get a sample of Shataya Sims. I promise you, you will not stop. You will not. This is a series of all series, and I'm gonna give you just a little hint that it is one of my top series for 2018. It's just that strong. So I want to tell you that this book, book 1, goes towards my 2018 reading goals. One of which is a new author to me, a series that I want to do more series, something on my TBR shelf. So they were sitting on the shelf for about a year. Just now got to them. Also, she is a African American author, so it goes towards the Blackout 2018. Also goes towards my Goodreads challenge, and not this book, but if you guys are participating in the 30 for 90 book challenge, which is 30 books in 90 days, it could help with that as well. This one, because I started reading it before May 28th, then this one will not count, but it served for like 5 or 6 different goals for 2018. So again, I want to encourage you all to go and pick it up. You can go to Amazon or to the author herself and see if she has any more copies available. It is a New Class Productions book, but Not sure. I think that company has dissolved. I'm not exactly sure how that's working. So contact Shataya, or again go to Amazon.com and see if you can purchase these books. You will not regret it. Okay? So until next time, happy reading and be blessed. I thank you for supporting the channel. I thank you for subscribing. If you have not done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Thank you.